Hey everybody, Gabby here with your battle of the day. You may notice that I'm actually running something a little bit different today. You may also notice my voice is a little bit weird. So yeah, Scrafty is kind of a substitution I'm making to adjust for the new metagame. New metagame being chalk teams. I find that in situations like the one we have in front of us, Scrafty doesn't care about Cresselia. It can donk Kangaskhan, Heatran, and Mamoswine fairly easily. Excuse me, wow. And it doesn't care about Suicune. So really, I need to make sure my lead here has something for Sylveon, and everything else should hopefully just fall into place. I am going to bring my Milotic because I do need that Toxic. Yeah, let's do this. As you can probably tell from the fact that I'm uploading this really late at night, I am not streaming today. I got hit with one of those, I'm not feeling up to this, things that happen every so often, so I decided to take the night off from that. That being said, I did want to at least try and get a battle out, and it took most of the day, but I psyched myself up for it. So yeah, that's how this is happening. Anyways, it looks like we will see a Heatran and a Mamoswine lead into Entei and Metagross. I'm obviously going to get Metagross out of here. Metagross doesn't like this. Metagross wants to run away and hide. And after an Intimidate, I'm pretty sure that Entei can live any Earthquakes or Rock Slides or anything Mamoswine wants to do. So this is the plan. And I'm pretty sure I'll outspeed Heatran even if he goes for, like, Earth Power Rock Slide or something. Probably Earth Power Rock Slide if I had to guess. I don't think he'd Earthquake into his own Heatran. Oh, he might have. Which means he's gonna switch next turn. Anyways, I'm faster than Mamoswine. It is not Choice Scarf. Sacred Fire will connect. Sacred Fire will burn. That's always nice. And he goes for the Earthquake. So now at Intimidate, or at -1, and with that burn, we're great. We're great. Look at Entei, he doesn't care. And now Scrafty can kind of help clean up with Heatran, so that's cool too. So yeah, I'm actually going to go for Sacred Fire again. It has the highest accuracy of all my moves, and while it is tempting to try and set up for something, I'm not going to. I'm also going to go immediately for Drain Punch, because I don't really feel like flinching Heatran, who's switching out, is really going to help. He's probably going to send in Sylveon here, which he does. So that Drain Punch won't do much damage. It looks like Mamoswine's being switched out, potentially for Kangaskhan. Nope, it's Suicune. So if I burn it here, that would actually be bad for me in the long term, because then I can't Toxic it. So, come on. Oh, beautiful. No burn. This is exactly what I wanted to see. That being said, I will try and burn Sylveon this turn, and I will switch Scrafty out. Gotta make the plays, right? Between Scald and Hyper Voice, I will probably die, being Entei. That being said, I'm not worried about that. I'm actually going to send in my Milotic so I can go straight for the Toxic on Suicune next turn and start kind of just whittling it down. And I'd much rather have a safe switch in for Metagross anyways. If he Scalds here, if my Milotic gets burned, I can live with it. I have recovery. If Metagross gets burned, I can't really live with it. But that's no, that's not a crit, but I do get the burn. It looks like Sylveon's not bulky. Anyway, Scald will do a lot to Entei, and Shadow Ball will do not a lot to what used to be a Scrafty. I guess he tried to predict the Metagross switching. But dude, why would I do that? You just Scald burn me. Every time I try and do that and think, oh my god, I'm so clever. No. Anyways, here, I'm gonna let Burn finish off Sylveon, and I am gonna go for Toxic. Done. I could have attacked there. Actually, I probably should have just killed it, because I was faster. I don't know, that's probably something I could optimize if, I were to play this better. Toxic will stop Suicune's hope of just Calm Minding until he wins, so that's always nice. And Shadow Ball goes into Entei. I guess it's specs locked into Shadow Ball. Which, okay, if that's what you want to do, buddy. You have like a ton of really good switch-ins in the back. I mean, if I were to Sacred Fire into your face there, then Heatran would have got Flash Fire, which would have helped a lot. That plus like maybe a lucky burn on Scrafty, and you probably could have had a good chance of winning, actually. So hey, I made a stupid play. They kind of made a stupid play. It's all good. Everybody's burned. Everybody's on fire. I am not going to Sacred Fire into that slot, though, on the off chance that Heatran does come in. I am just going to Scald it. That being said, that doesn't happen. Stone Edge will do... I wasn't really looking for it to do a lot. Superpower will connect with my Milotic, though, and not do a lot either. It will trigger my Citrus Berry, though. So if that Suicune is HP Electric, which I mean it could be because it's Calm Minding again. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's one of those games on one of those days. Anyway, Scald should pick up the KO here, so that's always good. And now it's Heatran versus and Suicune. Heatran and Suicune versus the world. So the play? What's the play? The play is to wait for something to die, so I get a good switch in for Scrafty, and then just do that thing. So yeah, I think this one's pretty much wrapped up. I didn't even have to use Metagross, which is always nice. I don't know. I feel a sense of pride sometimes. Oh, you know why I didn't have to use Metagross? It's because he didn't bring a Mega. I just realized he didn't bring a Mega. So that explains that. Going for a crit on Suicune, because why the heck not? I'm gonna recover on my Milotic on the off chance that he dogpiles, realizing that my Milotic is kind of awesome and dodges the Will-O-Wisp. Stone Edge misses, Suicune rests. There we go. So it's probably Resto Chesto, which means I could Toxic it again this turn? Yeah, but then it's just gonna rest again. So the question is, what do we do? It's a good question. So the goal here is probably to get it down to 1-on-4, because if it's 1-on-4, then I have a pretty good shot regardless of how much he buffs himself. That being said, let's double into Heatran. Again, I don't want to put Scrafty in danger on the switch-in, especially knowing that Heatran has Will-O-Wisp, which will connect with my Milotic. Fine. Stone Edge will connect with Heatran this time. It's not going to do much. Suicune's just going to, you know, keep doing what Suicune does and try and buff up to obnoxious levels of bulk. And Scald will connect with Heatran and will do not enough for the KO this turn, but definitely enough for the KO next turn. So the real question is, since, you know, Scald will KO Heatran from this range, what Suicune's going to do this turn. If Suicune attacks, then he attacks. If Suicune doesn't attack, it'd be a chance to get a substitute up, which kind of defeats the whole point of the safe switch, but hey, like, let's just keep doing this thing. Heatran goes for the Protect. Should have saw that one coming. It does have leftovers. Scald won't 2-hit KO my Milotic. There's no way. And he Calm Minds again anyway, so I get a free sub up, so that's nice. What would have been really nice if I would have brought in Thundurus and I could have just taunted it and then Toxic'd it and then just kind of let it do that forever. Since that's not really a possibility at this point, again, just gonna try to get it down to 1 whatever, and then I have 3 physical attackers in the back. We're gonna make this work. As for what Entei is gonna do, because I'm sitting pretty behind his sub, I am gonna go for Sacred Fire just in hopes that I get a burn. It'll do like a fraction of damage, but actually no, I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake, because still, I mean, he's just gonna sleep as soon as I Toxic him, but turns that he's asleep are more turns that I can stack damage. So if I burn him here, that would be really good for him, actually, counterintuitively. Anyway, Heatran goes for the taunt onto my Lodic. I attacked this turn, that's fine. Sacred Fire will connect with Suicune. It's going to do a laughable amount of damage. That was actually respectable for what it was. And he does get the burn. So now he gets to choose whether or not he wants to live with the burn or if he wants to rest and take it away. Anyways, Entei's sub is just going to eat up that damage from that +4 or 5, might be 6 Scald. I don't know. It's plus something ridiculous. And Heatran dies. Did not need the crit there, but that's nice. So now it is 1-on-4. Alright, Gabby, what do we do when it's 1-on-4? PP stall Suicune, probably. Scrafty does have Fake Out. I didn't reveal that earlier, so if I can get him close to just physical attacker range, then I can Fake Out and do Fake Out things. So let's burn a turn here. Let's go for Protect. Let's go for Recover. And if he puts him... Oh, right, I'm taunted. Okay, let's not do that. Let's, I could switch. Probably should switch. Yeah, let's get Metagross in here. So this is fun. I was kind of hoping he would forfeit there, honestly. I guess he wants to see if +6 Suicune can carry. Scald will go into Metagross. Jeez. I didn't get burned, though. So that's always good. And I have enough HP now to just set up another sub. And Ironhead can and potentially will flinch. So, yeah. Stalling for time. So I probably could have gone for Zen Headbutt here, but I didn't want to risk RNG on top of everything else that's going on. I really just want to roll for that flinch chance. So that's what we're doing. I wonder if he has Icy Wind. Because Icy Wind would make sense, because then he could hit a lot of things at once. Yep, there's the Icy Wind. So Entei's speed won't go down, which is great. And Metagross, the boss Metagross hangs on with 1 HP. I don't know if -1 will still outspeed Suicune. I'm kind of hoping it will. It's really nice to know that it doesn't break my sub. If he's gonna rest, he's gonna do it this turn though. So it is time to hope for the Stone Edge crit. It is time to hope for Metagross outspeeding. And it is time to hope that he just didn't disconnect on me because his turn is taking. There it goes. Cool. Oh, there it is. Alright. So I'm still connected, which means he DC'd on me. So GG, man. I was hoping you'd just forfeit, but if you want to be like the Mr. Cool and, you know, flip your Wi-Fi switch, you can do that too. Anyways, that was your battle of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope my audio actually worked out this time. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with a little bit of my voice back. Have a good night.